Hello, and welcome to the Dating with Katy podcast. Today, I'm giving you the most practical advice you could probably ever get in dating. And what is that, you say, Katy? I'm going to show you how to get off the dating app and get into a date in real life, from DMs to IRL in real life. That's right. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. And thank you, Sync Matchmaking, who is my sponsor, but also the company I work for and the database that you need to make sure that you get into. Link is below. Link is on my website, datingwithkaty.com. Follow me on Instagram at datingwithkaty. It's important that you guys understand the value in quality vetted matches. And if you hire a matchmaker, when you hire me, you will get that. And that's the exciting part, is that you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your money. You're seeing quality. People have been vetted. And it is important because it's a trusted way to do matchmaking. It's very old school. And you know, I'm all about old school standards with some new school style. All right, you guys, well, let's make sure you're getting confident, you're being successful, and you're having some fun dating. Now, if you haven't checked out my other first 20 podcasts, you guys, this whole thing has been a series. My season 1 is a series on online dating. And you're like, Katy, well, you're a matchmaker. Why are you promoting online dating? I'm going to be honest with you. I know two very famous, very successful matchmakers that have met their men online. Okay? It's truth. Now, online is just another, as I like to say, you should have multiple ROIs, return on your investments. You should have, diversify your dating portfolio. So you should be online. You should be in my database. If you want to hire a matchmaker because you don't even want to be online, you don't have the time, I understand that, and that's why people hire us. But if you are online, you have to do it well, and you have to do it right, you guys. Because you know, the truth is, of the 100% of people dating, you all know this, 80% are not quality. They're junk. They're not worth your time. And so we're looking for our other 20%. I know you guys who are listening are part of my 20%ers. It sounds cheesy to call us that, but we are. We put in effort. We put in time. We took good pictures. We wrote our bios. We're passionate people. And speaking of passion, I dated a guy who just didn't have a lot of it. Great guy. As a matter of fact, he was a good guy. And, you know, I'm all for the good guy. And there just wasn't a lot about him. Like, did he have a favorite toy as a kid? Did he have a favorite meal? Did he have a favorite music band? Did he have a dream of where he wants to go travel in life? And he didn't. He actually didn't. Now, he was great to date because he's easy and he'll go along with anything. And I bring a lot of passion and I bring a lot of fun and creativity. And so I always kind of got my way. I got to go everywhere I wanted to go, do everything I wanted to do. But he lacked an excitement and a passion in life. And ultimately, there just came a point where I was like, well, what are you bringing to the table? As much as I love doing everything I want to do, I'm a little bit tired of doing everything. I want to see your dreams fulfilled, and I want to go places you want to go, and I want to see bands that you love, and I want to see you light up, because it's so sexy when somebody lights up about what they're passionate about. And in my last podcast, I talked about which apps to use. Before that, I talked about good banter, and banter is a lot about that. It's people who are passionate, who have an energy. And the funny thing is, I'm going to tell you this, if you're a high energy person and if you are definitely quality, if you are already a 20%er, all the bottom feeders are going to want to hang out with you. It's just life. So I always say you attract what you are, but you also attract the lesser. The lesser are going to want to take from your energy. They're going to want to be around your energy. And so know that in dating, it's the same thing. So if you notice behind me, I have this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And if you can't see it, it's hydrangeas and roses, and they're all pinks and purples and oranges in this giant black hat box. And I went to a philanthropic event this weekend, and this is what I want to talk about, is passion. Every single one of you who listens to my podcast should have a passion for giving back. Now, I'm not saying you have to give tons and tons of money, but I'm saying there's 3 ways to give back: your time, your talent, and your treasure. And that's what makes people beautiful on the inside. Giving back is really what makes you beautiful. It's what makes you shine. And so I have 3 different things that I've been involved with for a long time. I actually am the longest withstanding financial supporter of a ministry for girls. And I took my daughter to it, when she was 9 years old, and now my daughter is 20. No, she's 19, so 10 years. And I was a single mom back in the day, and it's called Secret Keeper Girl, and it's just about beauty and inner beauty and God's value for them. And I remember I started giving $20 a month. It's all I could give. I mean, it was that was a lot for me, but I knew the message that they were giving and the lives that they were changing, because I had gone to their event with my daughter and it was so special to me. And so I'm shocked at this. I am the longest withstanding supporter. And I'm a believer that I'm there for you. I believe in what you're doing. Times go up, times go down. It's been difficult for them sometimes. I get their books, I get their newsletters. Now my daughter's no longer in that stage that she needs to go to these events, and I've given my VIP tickets to friends with daughters and preteens. If you have any preteen girls out there and young boys as well, they actually do Born to be Brave. I love it. So I give them my time, I give them my money, okay? So that's where my treasure goes to. And recently I got to sponsor one of their events because I'm making more money, and what a blessing. I was like, now I went from 20 to thousands and I got this. How exciting to be a part of something bigger than myself. So recently, and I love to get dressed up. So we're transitioning into this next story about philanthropy and being a part of something bigger and giving back, is that I went to this gala, and some of you voted for the dress that I was going to wear. And honestly, the invite was amazing. It was a Moulin Rouge invite, and it was for Missions Plastico, which another thing that I love. They do a lot of transformative surgeries for youth and kids, and now women as well. Women who had their breasts taken off in foreign countries, they will now put them back on and reconstruct that for them. No woman wants to live without her breasts, I can tell you that. They do kids with cleft palates, and after living in China for 7 years, I have seen how governments don't always take care of that for you. We're blessed in this country to have a lot of aid and help. So they have doctors that go over and do that and teach other doctors. They do skin surgeries on kids that are burn victims, and my kids and I were once a mentor to a child who was an 80% burn victim, and we played cards with him. So I love what Missions Plastico stands for. And now I don't volunteer that much with them. I'm obviously not a doctor, but I love what they do. And I've seen the long-standing results of that. Being in China and seeing these kids walking around with their cleft palates fixed is huge. I mean, it's massive. So I go to their fundraiser because the beauty of that is I get to get dressed up. It's a beautiful night. It's an extravagant event. And look, I'm going to spend that much money at a steakhouse anyway. I'm going to probably spend $200 on a steak dinner at Mastro's or somewhere. So I might as well give back and do it for a good cause. I also donate whenever I can for little silent auctions. I will be, a month coaching session with Katy, or I have a picnic company that I donate because it's for a good cause. I am just a sucker for a good cause. And so while I was at this last event, and if you voted for my dresses, by the way, time out here, my dresses were the kind of the flowy gown that I don't get to wear enough of. I love wearing gowns. I also had like this rose bodycon dress that I get off Amazon. It's on my Amazon link. Another was a little black dress, kind of Moulin Rouge bustier look. Maybe a little hottie for this kind of classy event. And then I had another like floral dress. Well, you guys voted, and you actually voted rose, but I have to tell you, I did wear the rose dress, the rose bodycon. It's very classy with some sparkle shoes and sparkle purse. But not because you voted on it, just because I feel like that was the feels for the night. Ladies, so sometimes you're like, what do I feel like in this moment to wear? So it was a blast. I mean, I had to hold my gut in the whole night. I could barely eat because the dress was so tight, but man, I looked good. So, so that's important. But going to this event, I don't really know anybody. I actually knew one couple. I knew the event organizer, and then I ran into a woman who's in my database who's beautiful, and it was great to catch up with her. But this guy and his date were right next to us, and so he had introduced himself, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, are you guys doctors?" Now, obviously, I'm a matchmaker. It's a little odd to be at a doctor event, but here's the matchmaker, which is probably a smart idea. And I said, "No, I'm a matchmaker." And he goes, "Oh, well, I'm here with my sister." And his sister says, "Yeah, because he's single." So fun enough, that's always great to meet other singles. He's a successful doctor. He's an anesthesiologist. But this was what was so great. He starts sharing with me how excited he is. He's going on the next trip to Argentina with Missions Plastico. And he has been learning Spanish so that he could use it. He has a little teacher that he does Zoom classes with every week, and he just lit up. The passion that he had about doing this missions project and being a part of this bigger than himself opportunity was just so attractive. And I remember thinking, this is what women are looking for. This is what people are looking for. We're looking for partners who have that appeal, the joie de vivre, the excitement for life, that they're willing to go and give back. So I want to encourage you, before we get into today's talk, that it's really important that you do that. You go be that person and go to those events and invest your time, your talent, and your treasure. Volunteer, be on committees, go do something bigger than yourself, and you're going to be in those circles of people who are also doing the same, and that is a great way and a great place to meet somebody. Where are you traveling in 2023? You're traveling with me. You're traveling on the Dating with Katy single trips. Our first one will be in January to bring in the 2023 in warm weather, poolside, tequila shots, all included at the beautiful Breathless Resort. Bring your bestie, sign up, make it your Christmas gift to yourself, because in that middle of winter, you're going to be happy that you joined us. Space is limited. Then, if you want a more difficult trip, well, I say that as a pun, you're going to want to join us for 10 days in Tuscany, where we will be difficultly drinking wine, looking for truffles, sitting by the beaches, going through the small communities of Lucca and the churches and the bars, and everything is included in that trip as well. You will want to join me. Space is limited. Make sure you click, sign up, put your down payments, and I will see you in Cancun and in Italy. Okay, a little bit long there, but let's get into today's, because it is so important to be passionate and to not be boring. Because you know what? I want you to get confident, be successful, and have some fun dating. Well, let's talk about real life dating. Let's talk about getting from the apps to a date. This weekend, we had some real life practice. I got together with my Cancun peeps. There was about 4 of us. We all live in the LA area, and we all got together for Mexican food and celebrate a birthday and catch up on who's dating and what are you guys doing and is it working. And one of the women, we just put her on Bumble that minute. I started swiping away. Make sure her photos are great. Her bio is cute. Literally, that was Sunday. Today is Monday. She has a date tonight. Amen, because she listens to what I say. She's doing it, and she's moving quickly. My other girlfriend, she overthinks a little bit. She's, well, he should be doing this, and he should have asked me this, and he should be coming on to me. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, listen to these 5 things, and these are what you must be doing to get from the DMs into real life. All right, number 1, let's keep the main goal. We're all on these apps to date and meet people and decide if they're the one, okay? That's it. The whole goal is to date. So you should be dating. You should not be chatting. You should not be wasting your time swiping without any movement. And again, those are the 80%ers who are doing that. If you are my 20%er, you should be moving into dates quickly. And we're going to talk about that in number 3. You are here to date, okay? This is the goal. Many of my clients, my coaching clients, are on a mission. Not only on a mission to date, but to meet somebody quality and get in a relationship. So it's not, maybe not everyone's goal is to get the relationship. They just like dating, or they want to kind of have a relaxed relationship, and that's fine too. You can clarify those things along the way. But I don't think it's anybody's goal to just sit on an app, a dating app, and just chitty chat all day. Barf. Like, really, who has time for that? If you have that much time, you're not a 20%er, because 20%ers are volunteering, giving back, and doing things they're passionate about. But I have an old coaching client, and she sent me this text. She said, Katy, I need to call you. This guy, he's been sending me these really long DMs in the dating app, but his photo was black. He starts off with a black photo. Warning, any guy with a black photo, so there's basically no photo. Weird. And then he's really verbose in what he says in the DMs, and really full of, oh, you're so great. Well, but wasn't going anywhere. But she wasn't making it go anywhere either. So we're going to talk about why, in these next couple ones, why you ladies and you guys need to take it somewhere, or you need to be done, okay? So the goal, keep the main goal. Let's get on a date. So number 2 is one for men and one for women. Here we go. Men, this is what you should be doing from the DM situation. You both said yes to each other. Make sure you both have actually read each other's bio. It disgusts me to even think people have not read bios. My girlfriend the other day, she said, I never read the bio. And then all she writes is hi on Bumble. And I'm like, that's pathetic. Shame on you for your 0 effort. I mean, I called her out, guys. Shame on you for your 0 effort. And no duh, every woman hates it when a guy just says hi. Like, hi, how's your day? Boring. Obviously, they need to listen to my episode 20 on banter, okay? Because that is ridiculous. And it's shallow, and I just don't like it. So number 1, men, this is what you're going to do. You like her. She's cute. You're gonna ask. Say it with me. You're going to ask. Ask her lots of questions. Within that DM, ask her get in there, get the questions going. I cannot tell you the amount of women who complain that men don't ask questions. Now, you think you're asking questions when you're actually just kind of listening to her day, or she texts you about something or whatever, but you're actually not really asking the questions. Again, here's a rule of thumb. If she asks you a question, ask her the same question back, okay? There's never a reason that you can't be asking a question. there's always a lead somewhere. Look in her bio, ask a lead question. Ask her about the dog in the photo. Ask about her trip to Paris. Ask her Machu Picchu photo, right? Every woman has the Machu Picchu photo. Ask, ask, ask. The reason you're going to ask is because you're getting her comfortable with you. You're curious that you're interested. If you are my 20% good guy, then that is what you need to be doing. Asking, asking, asking. When you feel like that's kind of hit a good mark, and look, guys, if you're really doing a good job kind of checking in on her on this DMing, this should move quickly. And we're going to talk about that number 3. This stuff should be moving quickly. Ain't nobody got time for weeks of DMs and stuff. So you're asking, asking, asking. She's feeling like you're interested because you are. And then you're going to say something like this. Hey, I know every woman has a different comfort level, but whatever you're comfortable with, I'd love to take this into real life. Can I text you and then we can set up a time to call? Would you like to keep it on here? Now, ladies, get off the DMs. Get into real life. So if a woman is hesitant, I know some people believe in keeping it there. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to share in a minute so many ways that you can safely take it into real life, and no one's going to come and chop you up and send you away. I mean, it's so unlikely. So these women are like, I can't give out my phone number. You're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. And I'm going to share how you can fix some of those things in your mindset. So men, you're going to ask, 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 and then you're going to move into that question of what is your comfort level and how would you like me to contact you? The best thing is to get her phone number and say, I would love to text you and set up a good time to call you. Okay? Scheduling is everything. That's actually number 0.4 today. We'll talk about it. Ladies, this is what you're going to do. You're going to flirt, flirt, flirt. Say it with me. Flirt, flirt, flirt. If you have not listened to my episode 20 on banter, get back over there. You are not chasing a man. You are flirting with a man. You are being fun. You are inviting him in to ask you those questions. If you are flat like my friend who just writes, hi, girl, what is that? That's surely not flirting. And so if no guy is interested, I'm saying shame on her. I was shocked, and she's adorable. So, well, she says, Katy, I want to see his effort. I go, well, I want to see your effort. Like, you attract what you are. So go be fun, go be flirty, stay in your feminine, ladies. And what I want you to say, again, this should be happening within the first day, second day. If you guys are chatting, bantering quickly back and forth, and it is okay to respond immediately. Again, the girl who doesn't want to, who only wants to say hi, she's like, well, you shouldn't respond right away. I go, what is this, 3rd grade? I don't believe in this 3-day rule and baloney. Like, if he's online right now and he's chatting to you, chat back. Get on it. Like, move quickly here. So, ladies, you're going to flirt, 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 and he's going to ask, 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 and he's going to say, what are you most comfortable with? And you're going to say, ladies, if he has not said that, guess what? You're going to say it. So stop saying, well, he should ask me. No, enough. Ladies, go listen to my episode 9, How to Be Directive with Men. Ladies, this is what you're going to say in the DM. Hey, this is so fun. I'd love to do this in real life. Here's my number. Go ahead and text me, and we can schedule a call. Okay, answers. This is exactly what I want to see from both sides of the table. And how cool would it be if a girl who likes a man to move quickly like this is, and she's ready to say it, but all of a sudden his text pops up and boom, he already said it. You guys are like, yes, this person is legit. They're a 20%er. They really want to date. This isn't baloney. I like this person. Already, the vibe is good, okay? So men, ask, ask, ask. Get that comfort level with her, and then ask her how she's comfortable to move forward. Ladies, you're going to flirt, 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 and you're going to get him to get your number, and you're going to give it to him. You're just going to give it to him. So don't be like, well, he has to ask me, Katy. What about him chasing me? Girls, like, I sit around all day and be single forever. Go ahead. See how that's working for you. But this is what you need to be doing. And number 3, let's do this quickly. Move quick. Move quick. I don't have time for shenanigans. I don't have time for people who drag things on, guys. So I actually think if you start chatting with a person and they're chatting back, here's the problem too, is that people get busy. So again, if that chat box is moving, do it. Do it right away. Yesterday, my girlfriend, just on Bumble. Boom. We already had a guy who was going to call her that night at 7 o'clock. He did not, by the way. He finally sent her a text at 9:30, said, oh, my dinner ran late. Rude. That was rude. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just put him on the back burner. There's other guys. We'll put the other guys on the front burner, sweetheart. Everybody's got a queue. So you're not special. You have to make yourself special. You have to show how awesome you are, how much effort you're willing to put in to get in that front line of the queue. But move quickly. Moving quickly is fun, actually. There's an excitement and a joy. When things are dragging out on days, days of DMs, and like, is he ever going to call me? Is he ever going to ask for my number, Katy? Well, get it done, girl. I just told you what to write. Go write it. Don't be yapping at me because the guy didn't make a move. 1, he's either not listening to my podcast. 2, he's not a 20%er yet. But 3, make him be one. Hold a man accountable and get him there. Plus, he doesn't know. Every woman is a little bit crazy about, oh, I don't like giving out my phone number. I do. I don't care. Because guess what? I can block you, and I can also give you a Google number. So ladies, in this day and age, there are so many ways to get a phone number, to give out your phone number in a safe way. So stop saying, I don't give out my phone number. You're being ridiculous. I know the guys are laughing right now. They're like, thank you, Katy. Move quick. It's fun. There's a mojo to it. There's an excitement and an energy. And you know how it is when those DMs drag on for days or they don't really give you that call. It's like, forget it. Like you just kind of give up. And we're not giver-uppers here because we're going to date right and we're going to have fun. So moving on from there, I want you guys to schedule. It sounds so proper, but it's very business-like. You almost have to get into a business mindset to know that you're going to need to schedule this call because everybody needs to be in a good space and time. And you know what? There's no reason you can't be a good communicator because my 20%ers are good communicators. So with that text of, hey, can we take this into real life? Say, when is a good time for you to talk? Or you could say, I'm free today after 3 and tomorrow between my lunch hour. Tell them exactly when you're free. Nobody reads minds. And let's say, let's say the guy just says, he finally takes it from the DM, texts you on your phone. He says, hey, it's Rob from Bumble, right? And you're like, okay, Rob, which one is Rob? You go back and check. Okay, we all do this. And then you look and you're like, okay, Rob's a cutie. Don't just be like, hi, Rob. Just say, hey, Rob, I'm so glad you texted. Let's get on a call. Guys, this is how you vet. When you're vetting to see, are people of their words? Boom. Are they good communicators, right? Are they legit? People who know who they are and are confident can move quickly in this because they have nothing to hide. They look like their pictures. They're not catfishing you. They're like, let's do this. Like, I'm ready to date. I'm keeping the main goal here. So you want to move them quickly. Ladies, right away, take that DM into your text box on your phone and say, hey, I'm free today, later today. Can we get on a call? And then schedule that out, you guys. Don't assume anybody can get on the call right then and there. If they say, well, I have an Instagram reel on this. The guy was like, no, she said, well, let's get on a FaceTime right now. And he's like, well, I can't. I'm cleaning my car. She's like, well, if he wanted to, he would have gotten on a FaceTime. I'm sorry, but no. The man is cleaning his car. That's like super important to men. Okay, so what? That's fair. If you're in the middle of like curling your hair or perming your hair or dyeing your hair, you wouldn't want to get on a FaceTime because you're in the moment of being busy with what you love. So don't expect people to just drop everything and just boom, make it happen. But at the same time, schedule. All right. So men are going to ask. Women are going to flirt. We're going to move. We're going to schedule that call. And when you get on that call, you guys, there's going to be an energy. There's going to be that excitement, that chemistry. And we'll be talking about that next season, actually. That chemistry. And you want to know if it's there. Well, let's move it into the next thing. Let's get a date in the books. Okay. So again, ladies, you might need to lead on this. Men, I hope you do lead on this because women love it. You guys need to schedule your first date. That first call is a schedule your first date. Now, all of this should be no longer than 1 week. You could do this in 5 days. You could do this in 4 days. The faster you do it, I think the better it is. So you want to schedule a food date. Now, we are going to be talking in my next podcast about drinks versus dinner. A whole podcast on Katy, which one? And I'm not even going to add coffee in there because we all know coffee is no bueno with Katy. So you're going to have to learn how to make options for your next date. And I'm going to be sharing that in the next podcast. So you are going to want to have to chime in, podcast 22, drinks versus dinner, and how to get there. So now that you are offline, into the real world, you guys are doing well. I love it. I always love your feedback. Make sure you check me out, datingwithkaty.com. Check out my Instagram. You're going to want to be doing the polls. I need your feedback. And go get in my database, Sync Matchmaking. All right, you guys, see you on the next podcast. I want you to be there.